Hi, everybody. Welcome to IamMichelleRena.com, a space where you can get to know everybody that you want to know with their new businesses and brands. Tonight, we are bringing to you Monique McCray Monique McCray Jackson, who is the owner of a new business, and we're going to highlight her. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from, and what is the name of your brand?
Hello, my name is Monique McCray Jackson, and I am born and raised here in Florida. I'm born and raised in a small city. I am a small city called Pahokee. And my brand, NeekyPeeky Designs, it was birthed during the pandemic. It's fairly new. It's only a few months old. I started it in, I want to say late March. And I started it out of just the the mere fact of just wanting to find something to keep me creative and keep me busy. So I just started playing around in my garage with different things, and I realized that I had a passion. I have a passion for creative that I lost when I was a little girl because I used to go and create Barbie clothes. I used to make Barbie gowns out of my little church socks and these little jean outfits. I just feel like these ripped jeans, that's my style. I created that because I used to create those for my Barbies. I never did that.
Yes. Okay. So we can accredit you to that. I love it.
So I just started. I wanted to get back, to my creative side. In touch with my creative side, I felt like something was missing. So I started going on YouTube to see what it is that I can do that I would like that's outside of my job in healthcare. Because going to work every day in the pandemic, trying to get away from the stresses of being in a healthcare setting, and being that we couldn't go anywhere, I say, you know what, I need to find something to do. So that's when NeekyPeeky Designs was created. I didn't have all the steps. I didn't have a business plan. I created NeekyPeeky Designs, and I wanted to create some cute, fashionable earrings that was, that were affordable, that were that were cute, and something that I enjoy doing. I really enjoy doing it. I stay up late hours in the night. I'd be up 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning doing it. And my kids were like, Mom, you want to go to sleep? But it was just so fun just to be so creative, just sitting there, just coming up with different things, messing up. I threw away so many products. I threw away so much products because I'm just creative, trying to find out what works. Now, these earrings that I have on now, these are made out of paper.
Really?
Yes, this is made out of paper. You won't even know that it's made out of paper. It's very sturdy. See, it's very sturdy and it's hard. And I mixed some of my earrings out of paper and some of them out of wood. You have the wood piece, but it's made.
I love my earrings. I've got my button earrings. I don't think I have them right here, but I've got button earrings. You got my Black Girl Magic with the crown earrings. Like, I have truly loved supporting this brand since you birthed it. Like, as soon as you started posting pictures, I was like, I want that.
I know.
That. I want that.
I appreciate that because you really have been supporting me. You've been one of my repeat customers, and I really appreciate it. I really, feel your love and your support for supporting small Black-owned businesses, and I really appreciate that because that gives me the momentum. Because sometimes you can start things and it's just a little phase, like I'm going to start this tomorrow, and then in this 6 months, like I'm over it.
Absolutely.
That you supporting me and with others has given me the momentum to say, you know what, let me just stick this out at least a year to see where I could go with it. Because I'm known for starting things and stopping midway and not really seeing it full out.
I'm glad you said that because that's actually one of the pieces that I want to talk about you, because you're not just an earring or a jewelry designer. You're so much more. So tell us a little bit about, like, what is it that you do outside of healthcare and outside of NeekyPeeky Designs? So let's touch base on that a little bit.
Outside of that, I'm currently working on another brand that I'm about to birth, and it's more personal development for women. Outside of my job, I try to inspire and motivate women just by sharing my story and some of the hiccups that I've experienced. As I would say a teen mom. I was 19 when I got pregnant with my first son, but I was grown. I was on my own. So, but as a young mom, and I still say a young mom because prior to me becoming a mom, I had experienced some things in my life that really kept me in that that young mindset. So outside of that, I like to share my experience of what I've gone through in life and just really how to overcome it. And 100% of the time, women, we're in our own way. But we're the reason I feel that we're stuck because we don't want to do the work. We don't want to take the responsibility and do the work because I was like, and I know quite a few women that are afraid to really face themselves. So that's what I'm really developing and working on. I guess you can say that's a coach. Someone said I was a coach years ago, but I say it's more of just empowering women and helping them to see like this is what I've been through. This is where I was stuck.
Right. Really like using your testimony to help drive and show other people that it's a way out of it. I totally can connect with that because that's been my mission for the last few years, is making sure that I share my testimony and not keep it to myself, because there's so many people that can benefit from what you've been through that won't have to either go through it again or at least know that somebody's gone through it and come out on the other side successfully. So that's exciting. That's exciting. So tell me a little bit more. I know that you're also an author, so tell me a little bit about that.
My book, yes, I'm an author. My book, Broken But Not Destroyed, Piecing Her Together, is me telling my personal story. As I've stated, that's what drove me to want to really help women and help, people to overcome. I think it's a mindset thing where we get stuck at a certain point of our lives and really don't know how to get out of it.
Yeah.
Because I was a person that was against therapy. But I understand now that therapy is needed in some instances because we can't pull ourselves out of things that we don't know how to get out of.
Right. I'm an advocate for therapy.
And so my book, Broken But Not Destroyed, thank God, and I still may have therapy, later in life, but thank God that he brought me from that, one point in my life to me writing my book, and the book was a form of therapy. It was like closure. It was like me sharing my story. But Broken But Not Destroyed is just my personal story of me from my life from childhood up into when I finally discovered, hey, I'm responsible for myself. I'm the one that has rescued myself and get myself out of this state of thinking that I'm in, because no one is going to rescue.
That's right.
No one is going to just give me, a rowboat. I have to go swim across the ocean, cut the tree down, create my own boat, and just save myself.
That's right. So we gotta save ourselves, and we gotta be comfortable with saving ourselves and putting ourselves in a position to be successful that's not contingent on somebody else like dictating or determining that success, for sure.
I realized the book really helped me realize that, for one, no one is coming to rescue. It helped me realize that. It helped me realize that I had to do my own work. I had to face myself. I had to face people.
Right.
I had to stop being afraid of people and really face some of the things I was dealing with. Whether they were created in my head, myself and my own thinking, or just facing those things that I've seen people, do to me or that they have done. That was one of the hardest things for me to go back and face people, because I was a people pleaser. When you've been abused in your childhood, there are certain mindsets that you develop, and people pleasing is one of them. And I was so afraid of losing people. Now I'm to the point where I don't even care. I treat people right. I try to do right by them. I treat people how I would want to be treated, but I don't have that fear of losing people because, I confront them, or I tell them something doesn't feel, I don't like when they do something, or that doesn't feel good, or I don't think you should do that, or that's crossing my boundaries.
That's such a powerful revelation to come to, though, because I think so many of us who have experienced adversity at any point, you do fall into that mode of wanting to be a people pleaser, and you fall back on telling people how you really feel for fear of people judging you or having this mindset around how you are. When the reality is, when people abuse you or mistreat you, they don't care what you think about them. They're just trying to get what they're trying to get. So that's such an empowering piece to know that, hey, I am the master of my own fate. I'm controlling this destiny. I've got it under control, and I can do this, and I have to be the person who does it. Like, I can't fall back on somebody else to try to fix it. So that is amazing. When you think of the state of where we are, and I know you spoke a little bit about, women not really knowing or not really being comfortable, like stepping out. So what are some steps or some tips that you would give to a young woman who's looking to kind of like find her voice or find her place?
To a young woman, that
Yeah, older woman. It doesn't matter. A woman, period.
yeah. I'll say to a woman, and I'm going to say a young woman because I was one, and it's very difficult if you don't have a mentor to assist you, or try to seek someone to assist you. It's very hard to get out of that as a young woman, as a teen woman. But as an adult, once you get past 25, you're on your own system. You got to deal with your issues. You have to face yourself in the mirror, deal with them childhood issues, deal with anything that is holding you back.
That's right.
Anything you feel you're afraid of, you have to hit that thing head on. There's no more, I don't want to go back, or I don't want to. The thing for me was I didn't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable at the expense of my emotions and mental, I suffered, at my expense, because I didn't want to confront anyone. I was afraid. So for the older woman, you have to be real with yourself. You have to be honest. You have to deal with the woman in the mirror. If it's mother wounds, if it's daddy wounds, if it's teacher wounds or friend wounds, you have to go back and you have to really face that. You have to pick up the phone and call that friend. You know what I mean? Or call your mom and let your mom know. Even if she doesn't want to listen, because I know some parents, you can tell them anything. They just were the best parents in the world, and they don't realize it hurt their children.
Right.
So it's just facing those things that weigh heavy on you.
That's right.
Facing those things. And the next thing is, I know we don't like to talk about it. We don't want to talk about it. We don't even want to deal with it. But we have to forgive people.
Yes, absolutely. Forgiveness is critical for yourself. A lot of people get it twisted and think it's for the other person, but you got to do it for you.
And the thing I was going to say about that is we have to realize that people are human. They make mistakes, and that's why setting boundaries come into play. Because if you set boundaries with people, they would not know. They'll know not to cross certain boundaries, certain paths or certain boundaries. Right. But if we tell them, they're not going to know. And a lot of times we have grudges, and we're upset and in unforgiveness with people that we never did set boundaries with. So that's what I had to learn. I really had to let go and say, you know what? I didn't tell them they were, hurting me. I'm just sitting here seething and, within myself like they're supposed to know. No, they don't know. People do what they do,
And when you don't say anything or you don't set that boundary, you kind of create this space where people feel like what they're doing to you is okay and you're comfortable with it. So they're going to continue to hurt you, or they're going to continue to manipulate you or do whatever it is that they're doing. So that's so, so, so powerful. When you think about, I always ask, when I talk to women, I like to ask them a word that affirms them. What's your word that affirms you?
Word that affirms me is I'm a fighter. I know that's kind of a off the wall word, but a fighter is someone that just doesn't give up. That's regardless of how many times I get hit, I'm like Rocky. I'm still trying to get up. Even when I don't want to get up, I'm going to try to get up. I'm not going to try. I'm just going to keep persisting and keep being resilient. I may have to lay down for a little bit and rest and go and, pat my wounds and, heal my little self, but I'm getting back up. I'm fighting to get back up. Have to be a fighter. You can't give up,
That's so powerful. I'm so, so excited that we had an opportunity to chat. Is there anything else that you would want our readers, our viewers, or whoever to learn about you or know as far as you're concerned? Is there anything else that you want to share?
Yes. You can follow me on Instagram at NeekyPeeky Designs. I just created my new, business page. So I would love for you to follow me on IG at NeekyPeeky Designs. And just follow my page for the latest updates. And also, you can shop my Etsy site. I have an Etsy site, Etsy.com, and it's on the NeekyPeeky Designs as well. That is going fabulous. Now I have somewhere to direct my customers. First, when I started out, I was just getting my footing on trying to see how to get organized. And that's another thing, ladies. Let me say this, Michelle. Let me just close out with this. just to encourage someone. When I started NeekyPeeky Designs, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. I didn't know if I wanted to be an earring company, or was I going to delve into other things with NeekyPeeky Designs. As of now, it's an earring company, but I'm looking to expand.
Right.
It's NeekyPeeky Designs, but it's going to be earrings and more.
Okay.
And what I'm doing is I'm looking forward to make it more personalized, customized, personalized items, which I'm going to have my, cute little pieces too, and the ones that Michelle has on. But just get started, and you can straighten things out on the way, on the way up.
Right. I saw a debate a few weeks ago about starting a business. Should you get it all laid out and wait, or should you just start? And I'm like, jump in, have faith, take that leap. You got to jump, because if you don't ever jump, you're going to be waiting to perfect it, and perfection never comes.
And let me tell you, from March until now, that's not even a long period of time. I've learned so much about business with this small little business. I've learned so much about just staying organized.
Mm-hmm.
How when I start something, how everything works after I started, not before I started.
That's right.
After everything falls together after I start what it is that I'm doing. So I'm excited. Just start where you are. I'm excited because not only has NeekyPeeky Designs forced me to birth my other project, it really showed me that I can do it if I just start.
That's right.
If I just start. It doesn't have to be cute. You just start where you are. I know sometimes we don't want to put ourselves out there. We don't want to be looking all tacky. But sometimes you have to look tacky.
That's true. That's so true.
Everything is not going to be perfect. And that's what I realized. I'm like, you know what? I'm just stepping out on faith. As long as my product is good, all the packaging and all that, I can straighten up that later. That's what I do.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. Well, I'm so, so glad that you took this time out of your evening to spend it with me and share a little bit about your business and your journey, and really just to empower other women. That's a message I want to make sure that's shared on every single interview, is that we have an opportunity to empower one another. So I'm so glad to have you as a part of my tribe. I'm looking forward to way more jewelry to come, because I literally love my pieces. So I'm looking for more of that to come. And I'll definitely be making sure that we shout you out as much as possible in the incoming future. So I'm so proud of you. I love you, and I'm wishing you nothing but the best. So say bye to everybody, but hang on for me, okay?
Thank you so much, Michelle, for having me. Thank you for bringing me on, along.